easy, easy my boy. Vibes right now, right up. No, you can't catch me at a stop.
Hey everyone, this is Stadic and this is my OMG interview. Well, a lot is going on with Stadic right now. I am currently in the process of executing close to approximately 50 projects. Yeah, I'm a very busy guy. It's a lot of work, But they span from, both local and international projects. So I have my hands everywhere at the moment. I'm originally from here, as Trinidad born, but I grew up in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Union Island to be specific. Big up my Union Island peeps. When I came here, I started doing production here in 2012. So, from 2012 to now, I've been blessed enough to work with practically everybody in the soca industry here. Some of my most notable projects would be Raise Sophia Lions. I do a lot of production for Bunchy Garden. I did Comeback for Marshall Montano and Destra. Bicycle Ride, Remix, Vibes Cartel, Bunchy Garden, Uye for Ula Twinji, and the list goes on and on. Yeah, I was always involved in music, just different aspects of the music, so growing up, my main musical passion was steel pan, right? So actually at one point, I actually owned my own band. Then I moved from steel pan to live band. I owned my own band there as well. And from there, I moved to dancing, so I was a professional dancer for a while, and that directly led me into music production because I wanted to find an avenue whereby I could just dance instrumentals whereby the lyrics wouldn't be offending the audience in any way, because I make it with love. No, but my music in itself, I think it's different from what people are accustomed to, because for me there's no rules, and a lot of people who follow me, they would realize, like, for at least the first 3 or 4 years, all of my songs don't even follow the traditional structure of music, as in they didn't have a snare, right? So that in itself, like, I had to find a way to make my music different, and that's one of the things that I did. I made songs whereby there was no snare, so I had to figure out a way how to get that same groove that snare and that kick, gave without using that. So that in itself, had my music sounding completely different than everybody else. It depends on my target market, right? But Primal, once I do a project, it has to make me get up off my production chair and dance around that room. If it's not doing that, it's not leaving the studio. It's pointless, right? Because once it gets me to dance, there's a high probability it's gonna get everybody else to dance. Right, so my real name is Kevin Charles, and I am 33 as of yesterday. I grew up on the Grenadine island of Union Island. It's a very small island, 13 square miles. Population is about, well, now it's about 5,000 people. And so we have one secondary school on the island, right? And so I attended that, which is the Union Island Secondary School. And it was a really great experience because, of course, small population, like about 200 kids in the entire school, spanning all forms. So you really get to zone in. In theory, everybody knows everybody, right? So yes, everybody knows everybody. I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing, because there's a high probability that any girl that you're interested in is probably a family. But yeah, but like even then, I was always into performing, whether it be acting, or again, I was largely involved in the steel pan there as well. Outside of that, basketball was like my next friend. We used to wake, basketball, sleep, basketball. Wow. Wow, that's I'm not sure. I don't think I've experienced my best times yet. I think thus far my best times would have to be my undergrad days in UE, because when I got here, honestly, like, this entire thing was a culture shock to me.
Trinidad.
Yeah. Because again, I'm saying, like, I'm from a very small place, so I hadn't encountered a lot of like Indians and like those kind of people. So even going to school, it was very difficult for me to even understand what the lecturers were saying to me. It was rough, but just getting to meet and interacting with all these people, on a daily basis, it was amazing. I'm generally a very happy person, so I don't really have worse times. Come to think about it. No, I don't got those. Once I have life, I'm great. The biggest lesson I've learned thus far is, well, I have two actually. One, that there are no rules to any of this, right?
Music production,
meaning? To life in general, really. And I think for a lot of us, we're so accustomed to following certain templates from people who've done it before, and we say, okay, you know what, in order to do it, we need to do it like this, we need to do it like that. But if you think about it, the people who are truly great, they're great for a particular reason, and it's not because they did it exactly as how everybody else did it. They did it because they stepped out of that box and said, hey, I'm gonna do it my way, and that's it. Outside of that, I think perseverance is the key to success, right? I mean, you're going to be out here, you're going to be talented, and believe me, it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult, but once you're driven and you want it, you keep doing it, you're going to find a way. So one of my more recent collaborations is the song Show Off, which is myself and Johnny Blaze featuring Shensia, Azari, and Samantha J. And like right now, that song is doing incredible, right? It's a fusion of soca, dancehall, pop, I guess what we call tropical house, if we call music tropical house. My OMG moment would definitely have to be, I was invigilating an exam at UE, and I got a call. I saw this random number, and I usually don't even answer phone calls during exams, but I stepped out and I answered the call, and it was Fia Lands, and she was like, hey, we just spent the weekend, we went to Grenada, we went to St. Vincent, and we heard this rhythm that you did, and it just killed. So guess what, I want to be on that rhythm. And I'm literally looking around to see if any of my friends are around, because I'm thinking somebody's trying to prank me, and as she continued to speak, I realized, oh, this is really happening. But that's definitely my biggest OMG moment. Alright everybody, thank you for watching my OMG interview. Of course, you can follow me on all platforms, all social media platforms at Stadic Music. That's STADIC MUSIC. You heard?
Try if you be sleep on me, we give you pan for your be up. No say you want that wine, I don't like. My time if you